Hi. If like me you don't feel terribly confident with making mug handles, I can make them. This is mine. It's okay. It feels nice in the hand, but I often struggle with pulling the handle and making the shape nice and even. And I need to practice more. But sometimes it would be nice to have a more consistent way of making the handles. I've been looking at extruders. Wall-mounted ones are like hugely expensive. You're looking at $500–600 and sometimes even more. For heavy-duty ones, obviously you may need those if you want to make tubular pieces of clay or square cross-section pieces and extrude those. But for handles, it's really not worth the expense unless you're maybe a professional pottery or a factory. I've been looking at handheld extruders. They're still a bit expensive. They're like $60 with a few dies. The dies don't tend to be good for handles. They're like square cross-section or triangle cross-section, maybe some rounds. And for handles, you want more like oval cross-section, oval with undulations in for the grooves on top. So I thought I'd see what I could find in the hardware store, and maybe I can make my own. I've seen other people do this using like normal silicone squirter tubes and things. But to my surprise, in my local hardware store, just 5 minutes down the road, I found this. It's around $20, slightly more. I'm in Croatia, so it was about 200 kunas. That's the local currency, and it's aluminium. So this is the same quality, I believe, as the ones you buy from the big companies, big ceramics companies. It's got a aluminium tube. These caps are aluminium. So that's aluminium. That's aluminium. This that's plastic, but the tube part where the pressure is aluminium. And so this would seem to be a similar quality to one you're buying on a pottery website for like $50–60 at least, for $20. And now all you have to do is make a die. And some dies, if you want to make coils, you can basically buy a washer. This one is slightly small. It's a 4 centimeter washer. And I've got a 5 centimeter tube, so if I put this in, it kind of rattles around a bit. I've just come back from the store and I had this already, but I saw some 5 centimeter washers in the store that would be perfect for this. I think I can make this work. Once the clay is in, I can kind of fix it in the middle and squeeze, and I think it will work. I'm going to try it soon. I've literally been back 5 minutes from the store. I'm all excited, making my video. Like, you can do this. Go and buy one of these. If you don't have the capability to like machine metal to make these, which is probably the best way. If you had stainless steel little circles and you could make your handle ovals or whatever shape you want in the metal, that would obviously be the best. Stainless steel wouldn't rust. I might make some of those because I have some metalworking gear. But I found these in the store at the same time, and these are end caps for water pipes. 50 centimeters, what's that? That's 2 inches. So that fits perfectly. It's like it was made for it. It doesn't move around like 1 millimeter play. Screws on totally flush. If I can get it to screw on. Come on. Ah, you're killing me. Okay, there we go. So now that is screwed in nice and tight. It doesn't move. All I got to do is make my handle shape in here. I got 4 of these for I think less than $1. They're quite strong because they're for the end of water pipes, which you don't want to be breaking and leaking. So they're, I think, strong enough for this. So I'm about to go down. I'll drill a simple hole to start with and just see how it works with the clay. Maybe I will make a handle over as well, just for fun. If I can make that quickly. I think this shouldn't take long. I think I can just drill a hole and then use some files just to enlarge the hole sideways to make an oval, so that should be really quick. And basically I've got a top quality handheld extruder for $21-ish, well, say 24, 25, depending on the exchange rate. But I'm really happy. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to make a couple of dies, I'm going to come back, and then we'll put some clay in and we'll try it. Okay, so I have 2 dies cut. I drilled a simple hole in here, and I made a jug handle kind of stretched oval kind of thing. I don't know how you describe that, but cross section. That should make a nice strap handle for a jug, or you know, perhaps even a big teapot or side of bowls. So I made a little mistake on this because I didn't think of the actual space I'm allowed here, and this one, it just fits, but I think it will just be cropped slightly on the very corners. So I'll have to redo this. One could always cut this back too. You don't need it that narrow, I think. So let's try it. I have some clay here. Let's give it a go. So you're watching as I literally do everything for the first time. So let's take the label off the thing, off the gun, make it sound macho. Okay. So I have some quite soft white clay here, and I figured with a lot of my clay tends to come out of the bag quite dry and hard, so I got this that I actually moistened up the other day. Let's see if it fits. Okay, I need to just squish it a bit more. I don't need so much. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Oh yes. Oh yes, this is quite exciting. So this is actually my very first extrusion ever. So let's try with the round. So I put in the circular plastic cap. Okay, this is the big moment. So oh yes. Okay, so that's actually working beautifully. A little bit stiff on the handle, but it's fine. So, as I suspected, my holes of because I'm doing it in plastic. I don't know if you can see, but they're a little bit. They've got little scratch lines on the outside. If you're going to make coils and smooth it off, it doesn't matter in the slightest. But if you wanted to leave the coil, you know, that's like a rounded handle, that obviously isn't ideal. I did find with this one, it was a little bit rough inside, so I got a spoon, just a handle of a steel spoon, and just kind of smoothed off. This one may work better, but you know, that worked perfectly. Little air bubble. Oh, yeah, this is not really. I didn't need this before I put it in. Probably one should, but yeah, that's beautiful. I just got to learn to be a little bit slower and more careful because I'm making a big mess of it. But look at that. So let's try. There we are. So we'll try my jug handle one. Another way these fit so well, because the clay is hardly leaking out the sides. You know, I think if you made one from the cheaper silicone guns, I think, and you know, get the little bought plastic silicone tube and make a cap on that, I think they'd probably be harder to seal off. So, as you can see, the black part of the gun is actually just overlapping my die. I made it too big, as I mentioned. But let's give it a go. Probably good to do this vertical, or vertically, so we don't mess it up. And there we are. So that's not 100% smooth. I'd have to work harder on making the inside of the dies without any scratching points, but that's pretty good. You know, I haven't got anything greenware or I haven't got anything freshly made. I brought this up, you know, but one could take this fix it. It's not going to stick. You know, like so. Once you've let it get a little bit more hard, obviously. My demo is really bad, but you know, that works. It works. I just need to work on improving the smoothness of the dies. Make a smaller one for my mug handles and some different textures for the handles. I think it's good. I might try in the future and working on metal more. I kind of feel I can work more accurately than with the plastic, which was kind of felt just messy the whole time. It doesn't file nicely, it doesn't cut nicely. But you know, overall I think it's good. Let's try this. Yeah, we have an extra handle, but you know, it works, and with nicer dies I think it's going to be great. One could also use this as a basis for pulling the handles. So you know, it is nice when a handle tapers down, so you could do some of this and then, you know, take a section, pull it down, smooth it off. If you want, put a little groove in it, and that would make for a nicer handle. So it's a good starting point. And if you want, you know, coils for building, or you like your handles as coils, then that's great. And obviously you can make your ones with a different cross section. Where was the knife? So that's my cross section. You can see it came out pretty good. And as previously stated, I am learning as I go. I've never done this before, but you know, you could definitely put this on the side of a bowl. You know, a little catch handle. So just a quick summary. I think this is great value, 20 bucks. I've got an aluminium handheld extruder. Just got to make some dies. It takes a little bit of learning to do that, but it's not hard. You can also buy some in the store for like $8 for 3 or something. If you want different shapes that you don't find easy to make, or you know, just for simplicity. I'm pretty sure this is approximately 50 millimeters, 2 inches wide in diameter, that is. So I think some of the ones I've seen online are the same size, so they should fit this perfectly. It's aluminium, it will never rust. The only thing that might rust is if you use any metal washers like this. This one's actually galvanized, so it should last a while. It may come off in time. And I didn't try that one, but I'm pretty sure that would work. I just need to get the bigger size. So I think I got a really good deal. You know, it's basically less than half price. 20 and a few bucks for something that would cost you 60 in the shops. And oh yeah, so this is just a bit sticky with the clay. This one might want to change in the side. It has a little kind of nut-shaped attachment here, maybe for strength. Maybe better to change this out. I think you can just unscrew this. So change this out for like a piece of stainless steel or even wood, just to make it flat. But it's no biggie. But I couldn't extrude this last bit for some reason, so maybe that would help, at least for some of it. Overall, I'm really happy. I have an extruder. I will extrude, and I'll come back in a short while, maybe do an update on how it's been, and actually show some pots where I've used the coils and the straps for handles, and not put them on a bisque pot, which obviously doesn't stick at all. We'll put them on some fresh clay. Until then, cheers!